Well, David, nice to meet you in lovely Stockholm.
Indeed.
On that issue, talk a bit about the decision to stick with the Swedish setting, because it could have been Americanized if you felt the need to go that way. Was that ever a discussion, or was it never an issue?
It was never a discussion with me. No, I don't think you could transplant these characters, and also in terms of terrain. I mean, it's very difficult to find anywhere in the States where you can be, downtown and cosmopolitan city, and then 40 minutes later be in the rural countryside where no one can hear anyone scream. So that was, and also the people that we wanted to make the movie about live here, and it seemed to me when I came to visit that it was very specifically about Sweden.
Yeah, that was never an issue. The other kind of pressure on you, I guess, well, several pressures, but is you have, which is unusual, another version of the story lurking around relatively recently, the Swedish version.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel that hanging over your shoulder, or were you able to put it out of your mind?
Well, I mean, I tend to feel that you give any two filmmakers the same script and send them away with the same cast, and you would come back with two different movies.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's a very, very subjective thing. Where am I gonna see this scene from? No, I mean, it wasn't. It's been more of a sword hanging over the film since we finished it, and we're now. It's more in the promotional end of things that it becomes an issue than in the actual making.
I guess, yes, I suppose so, because the question keeps coming up.
Yeah, why? Yeah. And it's like, well.
But you really are under pressure from all the people who've read the book, and I know the people who've made the Harry Potter films, who've made the Twilight films. They've had this thing that people are incredibly fastidious about what gets left in and what gets left out. Did you and Steve Zaillian allow yourselves to play around with the story? Did you allow yourselves to?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I was, we had to do this we had to do this with a lot of alacrity. So it wasn't. There wasn't a lot of debate about. I mean, we had a couple of conversations about what we felt was the thing that we were going to follow, and it was really the two of them. And then he sat down and very quickly distilled the story down to that, And there's a lot of red herrings that had to be lost, and a lot of sort of ancillary characters and ancillary pathways that were trimmed. But for the most part, I think he got at what we felt was the most powerful. Yeah, what was the best through line for the.
Reasonably ruthless then.
Yeah, I think it was pretty ruthless. Yeah.
Talk about other things that you could just come up the back of the Social Network. Interesting how much that film resonated, because coming into it, you can't have expected it to be as huge a critical hit and make much money as it did. Were you surprised that? I mean, given that it seems on the surface like one of your less commercial films.
I don't really think in those terms. I kind of, it's like you read a script and you go, I'd love to see that as a movie, and so, I didn't. Let's put it this way: we didn't make the movie to make a lot of money.
Sure.
We made the movie because it was a great script, and there was, and so much of your life is spent looking for great scripts, and when they come, you just do what you can to be involved.
There's so many interesting things that on the unreliable world of the internet that you're supposed to be doing.
Well, there you go. Believe everything you read on the internet.
Really?
No.
There's a version of House of Cards which has been floating around here.
That we have a script for, yeah.
There's a chance of that happening?
Yeah, no, we're shooting March.
Yeah, the famous British television series.
It was.
Minister, that might happen. There's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Is that something that you might do?
Yeah.
You're being kind of, obviously, I know you have to be reasonably vague in these circumstances.
I have the intention of doing something interesting next, and it would be great if it was.
So the short answer, you can't say what it will be, though.
Well, who knows? I mean, it's with all the best of intentions, you never know whether something's going to fall apart or fall together.
I'm sure that's the case.
Yeah.
Well, Thank you. It'd been very helpful.
Oh,
Thank you very
no
much.
problem.
Cheers.
Pleasure.
Good luck. Thank you.
See you.